we went to a gun show and we couldn't have any video cameras in there. Wonder why.
What are you doing?
So we had to go to the military surplus store. Pick up some goodies. I'll show you. Thing is actually velcroed on, which is pretty cool. I can add other patches on there. Anyway, at the antique, or actually it's the gun show and knife show at the Biggie I went to earlier in this clip here, which was yesterday. I couldn't do any filming in there. You know, for obvious reasons. They didn't let no pictures and photography and video and all of that at some of these gun shows, and this one, no exception. So I didn't want to get myself in trouble, so I didn't. But if I was able to film, there would have been an epic video for you guys, because there was some really cool stuff there. But anyway, I ended up, I'm in the process of getting, I don't know if you want to call it a bug out or whatever, rucksack, something a little bit smaller that I can put some survival gear into that I've been slowly collecting. You know, I do have some scout stuff that I picked up that I can use and put in here, you know, basic stuff. But I was in the market for a canteen. I got one fairly decent. I'll show you in a few minutes. And then I went at the show. They gave out coupons, this one particular vendor, for a military, sort of like a surplus store, but they're it's a chain anyway. They had 15% off coupons they were handed out at the gun show, so I took advantage of that. We went back today, me and Colin, and took advantage of the 15%. I ended up finding an Army canteen, which is actually a Polish Army canteen, and it was the only one in the store, and I'll show you that too. And then half Polish, so I figure, you know what, something said to buy it, and I did. Anyway, the first thing on the list is this pack. I did not pay $90 for this, by no means. It was only 39 bucks. It's got all the little things to hang on and strap things to. It's you know, it's got the adjustments and everything. It's just an all-out cool ass bag, I think. You know, I'll have to probably put you on a tripod in order to open this thing up properly and show you what's up, but let me do that. Alright, anyway, I have you propped up on something. It's one of them speakers, that wireless speakers, whatever, I don't know. Anyway, I picked this up, which is not the thing at the store today, but this is something I got myself. It's your Stanley, you know, your Stanley canteen cup apparatus with the green cups. It's only $15, pretty nice. It's got the vented lid on, or some of you might have these. If not, it's fairly cheap. It's a Stanley product. At Walmart, I picked it up for like 15 bucks. I haven't even used it yet, but I'm going to throw that in my pack with it. Of course, I got my ferro rod that NBYR31 sent me. He actually carved this all out. Well, yeah, sanded this all down and created that grip on there, added the lanyard on there. You'll see that in a few videos back if you go back. He even made a video on making this too. So that's pretty cool. I appreciate that. I'm going to go put that in the pack. Anyway, the canteen that I picked up today.
I have to edit that part out.
one that I picked up today is this bottle right here. I'm gonna try to get some zoom ins on the stamp on the top here, but this was listed for I think it was like 12 bucks. Of course, I had the discount, the 15% off. And this could be adjusted a little bit to make it a little more tighter, but it snaps down in there. And this is an actual canteen, military canteen from Poland. It's just generally for cooking. You got the top with that turns into a handle. There you go. You know, it is definitely used. You can see it's been used. It's got some more markings on here, and I'll zoom in on it. It's got all kinds of, I believe, some Polish into it. But you know, it's your standard canteen. Not too bad. Not too bad.
So let's try to zoom in and see if we can't see. Oh, dick. On that side, it's got the clip, goes down.
Looks like there's a couple of different strap antlers on here you could put onto it. There's another one here. You know, I don't know. I'd have to research that. I also picked up a bag that'll fit in fairly decently. Let's see if we can't find the numbers on this. Hold on. So there you go. It's written in English numbers, American numbers, whatever numbers, standard numbers. I thought I saw some foreign language in there, but like my eyes suck anyway. It's an RZWM 4972 written into it. PN 56. Is that 49 or 1972? I can't tell if that's a 4 or a 1. We see that? Looks more like a 4 to me. Either way, if anybody knows what those numbers represent, leave a comment. There's some more numbers here. I don't know what those might mean. Let me zoom out, and I thought I saw some more on the inside of the bottom. Hold on a second. If you look on here, there's some more numbers. 74 RPW NR4, and another stamp here. I really don't know what they represent, but it's fairly clean. It does have some wear to it. You can see the scuff marks from different spoons and forks that have been in there. But all in all, it's clean. I'm going to go right through it, clean it up special before I actually cook out of it. And these numbers are, I hope, the same. RZWM 4972. So those are the same as the top. So I don't know if those were just model numbers and stamped in there or what. Again, this is it was labeled as a Polish canteen, and that wasn't a joke. It was a legitimately Polish canteen. You know, if it was a Polish canteen, it wouldn't hold food, right? You know. So, or water. It wouldn't hold water either if it was Polish. But anyway, the I can make fun of the Poles because I am half Polish. So anyway, this is just some stuff that I'm accumulating as I go along. I do have a lot of stuff. I have my old Scout gear that I want to gather up, and I'll show you guys. I also picked up an old Scout backpack that's dates back to pre-1954 from the first council out of New York State, in New York City, and I picked up from a neighbor of mine that was he's now passed away, so that was cool that he donated, or his widow donated it to us because she knows we're scouters and stuff. But anyway, this is my start to this bag process. I'm gonna have more videos on it as I add to it, and then I'll go from there. This one here, it's new, it's not old, but it's something that I found at that store too, that this will fit in fairly nicely, and we'll give that a whirl. So anyway, I didn't get to go into the building to show you any guns, and I certainly would have loved to bring the camera in there. Well, I brought it in there, I just didn't take it out and videotape because of the fact, they had signs everywhere, and there was, in fact, there was a guy. What the hell? I noticed here. Look at this. I wonder why it was $50 off. I don't know, whatever. Yeah, that clip at the beginning here where I show that bumper sticker in that guy's window about sending Hillary to prison. There was a guy standing out in the parking lot, where the people were lined up to go in, and there were. He saw me break the video camera out, and I figured, something's up. So he didn't come give me no shit or nothing, but I did notice when we got in there were signs. So I didn't want to get kicked out of there. It's the first time I ever went to one, so anyway, it wasn't a wasted trip because I learned a lot, I saw a lot. Colin ended up picking up one gun that he wanted, and I picked up this bag fairly cheap. It's a $90 bag for $39. I can't beat that. So and I got the coupon for that store today. Unfortunately, we made the trip back. It's an hour ride from here, but we had a brain fart when we were down there having lunch after the show. I'm like, why didn't we think of this store? We got the coupons in our pocket that the girl gave us, but we didn't think to go over there until this morning. So we had some free time. We figured, screw it, we'll go over there. And I wanted to find some kind of a authentic canteen of this nature, this bean-shaped canteen that was pretty authentic and not something produced that I could have got anywhere. I wanted something a little more authentic, and like I said, this was the only Polish one in that store. And when I saw it, I said, you know what, I'm just going to grab it. I think, I don't know. Like I said, I'm half Polish. This is another Scout knife that I picked up at Scout Camp last year. I could probably show you when I get the Scout stuff out, but all it is a multi-tool thing, and it's got BSA, official BSA symbols onto it, and it's kind of a cool tool, something that'll be worth something 100 years from now. Right now it's worth the $20 or whatever I paid for it, but it's pretty cool. It's got this, some of the older Scout stuff is worth money. The Scouts have been around since 1910 here in the United States. There's a really cool video I'd like my son to do. My son Colin, who's an Eagle Scout, he became an Eagle Scout in 2012. But he did go to the National Scout Jamboree for the 100th anniversary. And we went down to visit him for a couple days when they were down there. He ended up on all kinds of stuff for, souvenirs from that jamboree that's going to be worth, it's the 100th anniversary, so it was pretty cool. I got stuff when I was down there for the 75th again, I'll get all my Scout stuff that I had as a kid and that I've accumulated, and I'll get it all out, show it out there. If anybody's interested, you know, let me know. That's pretty, you know, might be pretty cool to look at. I got some stuff. I got a picture of that I picked up that Norman Rockwell had sketched. That, you know, he was one of the artists for the Boy Scouts of America way back when, and then, you know, the some of those pictures and stuff and paintings are worth crazy money. The Boy Scouts of America snagged them all up back in the day, knowing that the stuff was going to be worth a lot of money, and they got them all locked up in their headquarters down in Texas. So anyway, that's my haul. Sorry, this is a long video, probably boring video. Talking about doing possibly a live show at some point. I'm kind of navigating through that. I know you Dizzy had me on his live show Saturday as a guest, and he kind of walked me through that whole process. But you know, once I work out the bugs, trying to figure out something to talk about for an hour or so, we'll certainly let you know, and you'll get a notification on that when we do. But I don't want to just sit and talk. I want to have some kind of a program to talk about and show you. So, but I'd like to get out there and do a Canteen Cup Tuesday at some point. Have to do it in the snow. That big snowstorm we got last week still hanging around. Now they're calling for another 4 to 8 inches coming between now and Tuesday. Freak sakes, man.